Okay, guys, meeting's been live streamed. Thanks very much. Just quick before we switch over to the charts, just want to say hi, guys. My name is Roger, trading support for Quick Trade. I want to mention I'm licensed to advise and assist your trading journey. And here we're going to do not a trading room. Trading room we do 9:30, 11 every day. I'm sure you've been informed of that. Very important if you can make it. Well, for your sake, nice to have you there, but for your sake, so you learn the practical aspects of trading. But today is not a trading room where it's going to be particularly for the major US data release, which we call the non-farm payrolls or jobs report, if you like. A lot of it just referred to the monthly jobs report. Very important, US fundamental, and you'll find trading volumes will go down a bit. It's quiet, probably a bit sideways leading into this release at 2:30, because it does give an indication of the way forward for the world's economies. So believe me, everybody's up with it in the middle of the night in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, or early morning in America. Well, remember, it's about 8 o'clock in America, but you know what I mean. Everyone around is going to be watching for this because it's important news feed. Okay, right, just
Roger?
a second. Okay,
yeah, sorry, before you continue, just make me co-host, please.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. I forgot to do
No
that.
problem. So I'll enjoy.
Yo. Sorry, thanks for that. Forgot that. Yep. Make co-host. Absolutely. Thanks very much. Now we're in business. Okay, so you can do the admitting. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks.
He's got a very checkered life, Mr. Kruger, so he's got a lot of admissions to do, I tell you. Anyway, moving along. Clinton, by the way, works with us in the trading side. Just, I think probably most of you know him. And yeah, he's helping out with the admittance so I can concentrate on the chit chat whilst he's allowing people in. Okay, good stuff. Right, it's just approaching 2 o'clock now, so I'm going to swap over to the charts. Where are we now? Here we are. If you can't see him, I know Farney's there, so ever, just let me know. Clinton, of course, you're there. Hope you can all see the charts. Good stuff.
All is good.
Right. I'm now going to shift it over to the 15-minute. Okay. Now, why am I doing that? Because you want to see basically what's going on. You can't see on a daily chart. It's too, it's too zoomed in, if you like. So I've zoomed out on the 15 minutes so we can see what we're doing. Now, why the euro dollar? Well, I did a little bit of a democratic consensus I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It could have been this morning. I think it was yesterday, where we discussed what we use for the straddle trade. I'll explain more about that in a minute. And should we do the AUD USD? Should we do the gold? Should we do dollar yen like the last time? And the majority plumps the euro dollar. So I'm going to use the euro dollar as the one we're going to be using today. Having said that, there's some guys have done this before. If you want to do another one, please do. Clearly not the pound AUD, that'd be a bit crazy. But you might want to do the Japanese one, the AUD one, or whatever. That's up to you. But just for people starting, we're going to use the Euro USD as the example what we're going to do here. Now, just to recap, not only we don't know what the figures are going to be when they come out, more important, we don't know what the market reaction is going to be. So even if you've got insider knowledge and you know the expected is 170, by the way, and you know it's going to be 160 or 150 or 180, it doesn't help you much because you don't know what the market reaction is going to be. It might be strange depending what the big money does. Used to be called the smart money. I prefer to call it the big money because whether they're clever or not is irrelevant. It's big money. It'll push it in that direction. So we don't know whether it's going to go up or down or neither up or down at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a buy stop above the market and a sell stop below. Now, in other words, if the figures come out differently and it reacts where the dollar weakens, because the base currency is the euro, the dollar weakens, the euro will clearly go up. If the dollar strengthens, the euro go down. If you're on the dollar yen, which you're not going to be if you're new anyway, it's irrelevant, don't forget it'll be the other way around because we work on the buying and selling, the base currency, not the secondary currency. If so, new guys, don't worry about it. Just stick with this. Okay. So if it goes up, clearly and hopefully it'll take the buy in. So we delete the sell and let the buy run. If it comes off, we delete the buy, pending order, and let the sell pending order sell, which is hopefully been filled, run. So what could go wrong? Well, unfortunately, what can go wrong is if the figure comes out at 170K exactly or near as damn it exactly. This is what we don't want. We want a differential. The bigger differential, the bigger the market movement. That is the problem. If it comes out exactly the same, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. I can't control that. And you could get what's called a whiplash, where it jumps up and then fills your buy, jumps down, fills your sell. You don't want that to happen. We'll try and do, if it does happen, some damage limitation, but it might take us into Monday. But that's not what you want to happen. Will it happen? Will it happen last time? And people are disappointed. Unfortunately, look at me as it's my fault. I don't know what the figures are. I don't know what the market reaction is. Nobody on the planet does. Maybe the deity in heaven does, but I don't know anyway. Nobody does. Not even the cleverest guy on the planet, living or whatever. So that is the negative. So don't overdo the size. I'll give you the volumes in a minute. Don't overexpose. Try to make a quick buck. As it works out, you will make a quick buck. But if it does come out the same and it whiplashes, it is going to be another story. So just bear that in mind. Do the normal thing. Get your volumes right. Don't overexpose. And then you should be fine. Don't drive 160 and 120 limit. Not clever. Can if you like, but it's not my fault if you get caught. Okay, hope you understand me. Right, let's start off with the trade and the mechanics. Right, we're going to got the euro dollar here. I've got it on the 15 minute, and I've zoomed in quite nicely, as you can see what's going on. Right, what I'm going to do is I go to the euro dollar and I open up a pending order. I'm going to start off with a buy stop. There you can see it's market execution. All right, so I'm going to change that to pending order. Got that? Right, then I'm going to change this to buy stop. Then I put in the volume. Now, I'm suggesting we're going to do 10 pips above, 10 pips below. This last number here is a point, not a pip. We're after this number. So it'll be 10 pips above this one and 10 pips below that number there. So it'll be 53 and 76. We'll start off with this one. Now, what is the volume? Now, everyone's got a different amount. So I'm going to say you shouldn't be risking more than, shall we say, 80 Rand. 80 Rand a micro. So if you can afford to risk 80 Rand, put in 0.01. If you can afford to risk 160, 0.02, etc., etc. If, I'm sorry to be harsh, you can't do the maths on that, you've got to ask yourself, is trading for you? Because this does require some arithmetical knowledge. It's not mathematics, arithmetical. 1 and 1 is 2 job. You know what I'm saying? Basic stuff. So work on 80 Rand per, not 0.1, but 0.01. So if you want to risk 400, 0.05. Please mute yourself, guys. If you're not interacting, I beg of you, so everyone can hear and understand. If you want to risk 800 Rand, it's 0.1. I'm just going to mute for a minute till the guy does shuts up. You know what I mean?
Roger, I've muted him.
Oh, you have. Okay, fair enough then. Yeah, I like people to interact when it's on point, but not background noise. We come into the trading room to learn to trade, not to chit chat in the background about your personal life, which you don't want to have shared anyway. Could be embarrassing. Okay, so where were we? You got the chat line there anyway. Hi, Marcus and company. Right, so that's how we work it. So I'm going to put in, what will I put in? Put in, I'll put a bit 0.15. I'm not going to go too big. I'm fairly prudent on this one. I'm going to go in that one, but ignore my volume. You work it out on the base of 80 Rand. So you work it out on that basis. Okay. Can't do the maths. Well, I don't know how to help you on that. Right. The price is going to be, like I said, 10 pips above this number. That says 63. So 10 pips on that is clearly 73. So it's going to be 1.0573. And then you place the order. Now I'm going to right click on the screen and left click on trade levels. There, by right clicking, left clicking on trade levels, 2/3 of the way down, I can see it because don't do this right now. I'm showing the mechanics. Don't do this now. I'm showing the mechanics. The reason I don't do it now is I do not want to get either order filled before the data release at 2:30. Otherwise, you got a problem, Houston. Okay, so I'm showing you how to do it. I'll tell you when to do it. It'll be about 2:25. This is showing you how to do it. Then you go back to euro dollar. And what you do then is you go and put your, you start with market execution, change the pending order, go to the sell stop, put your volumes in, and then you put the price, obviously with the same volume as your buy stop, and then you put it 10 pips below the sell price. This case will be 1.0553. That's 10 below 63 is 53. So 1.0553. And then you place the order. Now you're not in the market, you place the buy stop, sell stop. Now let's say it comes out, which we pray and hope it will do, a big difference to the expected. If that occurs, it'll either take this guy out or this guy out. If it takes the buy out, before you do anything, you delete this guy here. You can do it down there, or you just have it open there, the place orders just down there. You have it down there and you delete that to placed order. The one that's obviously not filled, not the one that's filled, you know what I mean? Or you can do it like this way, which I might do depending, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, if this one's filled, clearly you delete the other one. The first thing you do, right, have you probably noticed I put no stop loss or TP in. This is not a buy or a sell order, it's a straddle trade. We don't know which is going to be filled. So if you want to put one, you can, but I'm leaving that because one hedges the other at this stage. So bottom line is once one's filled and we get a hope and it start moving that direction, then after you've deleted the one order that's not filled, then I'll be hanging on there to give you stop losses, etc., to work on. Okay, and then we can take it from there. Are we all good with that? I don't know about that, Shadrach. You'll have to ask Clinton on that. I haven't got time to explain how to operate the platform. I'm assuming you come to the trading room or you're going to start trading the markets. You know how to operate the platform and obviously got the money to place the trade. Okay, right. So anybody not got that, I've got time to explain it maybe again and maybe a third time before I can't because I won't have time before the data release. So it's up to you not to stare at the screen, but actually press I need it again or something. You need to react on this so I can help you. I know, Anthony, I hope you got it. You've been joining me for a while. Talk about the new guys here. Good luck for the bloody data being different, eh, Farley? Okay, have we all got that? Or if anyone hasn't, tell me. If you don't tell me, I can't help you. You need it again. Right, not a problem. Right, I'm just going to delete these two orders, okay? I'll do it again. Remember, don't do them yet. I'll tell you when to place the order. I'm going to show you how to do it. Put up the euro dollar and make sure it's on the 15-minute and zoom in a bit. Click on that, the plus sign. Not that much, but this much. You know, that'll do. That'll be fine. Then you go to the euro dollar. You've worked out your volumes because I've shown you 80 Rand a micro. So you work out the volume based on the risk you want to take based on your account. Then what you do is you go to the euro dollar, see that highlighted there, double click on it, and then you go and put your volume in. Well, actually start over putting the pending order, market execution, tender pending order, change the buy limit to the buy stop, put in your volume, whatever it is, okay? And then you put in the price 10 pips above. Well, that says 1.0563. Can you get that? So what's 10 pips above that? If you don't know that, a question of trading is for you because that is 4-year-old arithmetic. You've got to understand arithmetic. Not very clever in maths. We've got to understand arithmetic. Otherwise, you get a battle out in the big wide world out there. Right. So there you got above there. If it's not showing there, then you need to right click and left click to trade levels. I don't know about a phone. The phone is purely there as a backup if you're out and away from your computer so you can adjust or enter. It's too small, too limited to trade with. If you want to take trading seriously and you want to make money, there's 3 things you've got to have. You've got to have knowledge, you've got to have the right equipment, and you've got to have the right balance. Well, the right balance, you've got to have some sort of balance. If you don't have all of those 3 or any of those 3 or 2 out of 3 of those 3, you get a battle, clearly. So if it's no good having knowledge and the right equipment, you've got no money. It's no good having money and the right equipment, you've got no knowledge. No good having knowledge and the right equipment, knowledge and money, and you don't have the equipment to place it. So you've got to be on top of those things. This is not a lottery. This is a business like any business. So you need to do it properly. Okay, takes time to learn, but never mind, stick with it. Okay, right, now you got the buy stop in. Then you go to the euro dollar and you do the same thing, except this time it's going to be a sell stop. So you go to market execution, the pending order, the sell limit. Where's it? Sorry, the sell stop. Beg your pardon, sell stop. My mistake. Got to be the sell stop. Put your volume in. It should be there anyway from before, but make sure it's the same as your buy stop. Now, what's 10 from 59? Well, that's 49. So I'm going to put in 1.0549. And I'm going to make sure it's right, because I talk a lot and I miss the bloody thing. All right, and I've got them placed there. Now I just sit there. Well, don't you place it now. And I sit there for the market release. Market comes up and it jumps up and takes this guy in. You delete this guy. If this guy gets taken in, obviously you delete the other one. And then we'll show what, and then you can start putting your stop loss TPs and whatever after that. Okay. Are we all good now? Did you get that, Tembo, I should say? Sorry, pronunciation. Paul, Lebahung, Larissa, did you get all that? And other guys, are we all good on that now? It probably fears, because it's not actually difficult. A lot of people think it's more difficult than it is. It's just pretty straightforward. Just because it's new, it seems difficult. There you are. I'm pretty sure you knew anyway, Raina, but you get the idea. It's not exactly brain surgery. It just seems so when you first start. I always say you could be a neurosurgeon. You first see a car, you stall it when you try to change gear, because it's your first time. You know, you might be a genius, but you're not going to learn how to fly an aircraft after half an hour's lesson. So, but it's not that difficult. The mechanics, what happens to the market is another story, but the mechanics are not that difficult. So panic not on that. So you got it, guys. Anybody not got it? I've got some more time to show it again if anyone's still not sure. Because after that, I'm not sure I'll have time to do it, because the guys will be busy placing the straddle trade and before the release. Because we've got to make sure neither order is filled before 1/2 That's the last thing you want. There's no limits in it. It's buy stop, sell stop. Buy stop, sell stop. Thank you, Chris. We're not putting an order where we want a better price. We're putting above and below the market price. And you should all, before you trade, know the different pending orders. I clearly know a lot of people don't, and they're trading. You should know what the pending orders, because they come in and say, well, I make money. It's doing well. I'm not making money, because you weren't in the market on a pending order. You weren't in a market. You've got to know the different pending orders and market execution. That's done in the trade and in the platform training. Once you've done a bit of that, done a couple of classes, join in the trade room, and we'll put it together on a practical strategy perspective. Oh, that's impossible to say. Till you want to get out, till you're stopped out, hits your TP, you must leave over the weekend if it's going well. It depends on a lot of issues. There's no finite time in the market. There's millions of people trading, millions. And how long are you going to be in? How long is a piece of string? You got to think on your feet and judge. And it comes with experience. No doubt about it. It's like anything else, comes with experience. That's what school fees are about, learning. If somebody turns around and says you'll be in for 2 hours, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You do not know. The millions of people out there, we don't know. It'll go up and down. We call that the noise. It could be an hour. It could be going to the weekend. It could be until Tuesday if it's running well. Or you might do well, see it coming off, panic, take your profit. Well, it's better than taking a profit than nothing at all. If you've not done the NASDAQ before, rather not. But in the NASDAQ micro, you need to use about 25 pips because of the spread. If you haven't done that before, rather stick with this. But you need about 25 pips on the NAS because it's a bigger spread. This is the tightest spread of the lot. And yeah, so just bear that in mind. And it's more volatile. That's correct. Delete the pending order. The stop. That's called a pending order. Sell stop, whatever it is. That's a pending order. Delete the might be that one. I'm not saying this one. It could be either. The non-fill pending order needs to be deleted. A holding, as I say, that's lap of the god, depending on market reaction. We'll have to see that afterwards. Bear in mind, if it doesn't work out for you, it's because you get a whiplash effect because it came out as expected. I can't control that. I can't control. If you're not going to get 100%, you're going to take losses. We all know that's life. But we found over a period of months, we have done pretty well. We've had a couple of glitches where it's been expected. Last one was, and people lost a couple of bucks. That's why I don't overdo it. But if if you're winning 7, 8 out of 10 and you're not overdoing the position size, you got your volumes right, you should be doing fine. Yeah, you can move it. Yeah, if you don't want to get filled before half past. So if this is coming down here, I start moving this out the way and moving this down a bit. Try not to get filled, and just remind me of that. If I'm busy looking at the other screen, I've got 2 screens. I don't want to get filled. It happened one time. I got filled. Trying to explain something, the bloody thing got filled. Okay, you don't want to get filled before 2:30. Okay, hope we're all good on that. I've just explained. I don't know how long you've been in the market. When everyone says how long in the trade, nobody knows. Depends on market conditions. Look at that candle and look at that candle. You don't know. It depends on. Remember, there's millions of people trading. We don't know. We want to control what we do know. Don't try and control what you don't know. But thanks for reminder, Clinton. Yeah. Okay. Are we all good with that one? Do you want me to show you guys again, or you're all good with it? Ah, Nikki's come back. Good stuff. I can't teach you. You can't come into doing a session if you haven't got a funded account. You don't operate the platform. You can't trade. The first thing you do if you want to come into these markets is platform training. You've got to be on top of how to operate the platform. 10 minutes before a major international world moving release is not the time for platform training, unfortunately. Sit this one out, go to platform training on Monday night, and then you'll know for the next one, which will be the CPI, and you'll be updated when that is. I think it's next week. It could be the week after. I think it's next Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll keep you updated, and we'll do another session. Be ready for it. Okay. Okay, last time, got to be quick on this. I've got a few minutes. I'm just going to delete these orders. Delete this a bit closer. Delete this guy first. And delete this guy. Right. You go into euro dollar, make sure it's like I've got it up there. Go to euro dollar, and you're going to start off by putting the volumes. Remember, it's 80 Rand per micro. You work your own volume out, and you change the market execution to pending order. Then you change the buy limit to the buy stop. You got your volume in, that's correct. And you put it 10 pips above market. That's going to be 58. Call it, make it 60. So I'll make it 1.0570. There we are. Then I'm going to go to placing the order, and I can see it placed there. Then I go to the euro dollar and do exactly the same on a sell stop. Change the market execution, pending order, change that to a sell stop, put your volume in. It should be defaulted exactly the same as the previous one. That's important. What's 10 pips below that? That's 45. So I'm going to put in 1.0545. And then I'm going to place the order. Then I see it there. Okay. Simple as that. No, the data release will be released. You just keep it about 10. I mean, it doesn't matter, 11 or 12, plus minus, you know what I mean? It's not an exact science. Close, as long as you're not filled before 2:30. I hope you understand it. The orders must be filled before 2:30. 2:30, what can go wrong? Both orders are filled and a whiplash up and down effect. That's what happens. It can happen occasionally. You don't want that to happen. I'm sorry if it does, you end up taking a loss. Don't give up. You are going to take loss in this business. If it comes out the expected and the actual as a decent disparity, you should get a direction. We want a direction. We don't want indecision. We want a direction. One will be filled. You delete the unfilled one, and then we'll start looking at stop losses and take the rest from there after the release. Okay. Go. Got that now. Well, you can adjust them you like. I mean, if it's not 10 pips, that's right up there. This is pretty close. You can pull this down. You can play around with it a bit, yeah. Basic thing in this is really is to be able to think a little bit on your feet, understand the basic arithmetic, and quite for a lot of it's common sense. It's not all shatteringly intelligent. If Clinton and I can do it, anybody can do it. Hey, Clinton.
Yep.
It's quieting down. Everyone's expecting this release. You see how it's so quiet, the movement. The world is awaiting. So just have to wait. Give it another couple of minutes, maybe another minute or so, and then you can start placing your orders. You can place them now if you like. I'm just saying last minute, some guys place it and let one of them get filled before the release. We don't want that. If you know what I'm talking about, you can place them now. Just make sure, like I did there, that neither of them are filled until the release, obviously. Okay, hope we're all good with that, guys. Not quite sure what you mean by sell stop is the way, to be honest. You're expecting dollar strength. If it's higher than expected, I expect dollar strength, yeah. And it'll come off. Not the dollar, the euro will come off. Well, the guys are joining now. I hope they know how to place the trade because I can't explain it now. Trading room, don't forget, guys. Trading room 9:30, 11. If you're battling, join the trading room. Don't expect to be a doctor if you don't go to a couple of classes. Well, as more of a forum, but trading, we discuss all this in the trading room. Strategies, everything's discussed there. Quickly, so 5 minutes ago, quickly. But you should know this here. Just go there. Go and change the pending order and change the buy limit to a buy stop. Put your volume in, put your price in, and then place it. I'm expecting that, but don't react on that. Maybe you shouldn't be saying that. I'm expecting, but I could be wrong. I'm expecting it, but it could be anything could happen. But yeah, if the job report come out better than expected, I'm seeing some dollar strength coming in here. But if you don't understand how it's working, Muzi, you've come too late. That's why it's 2 o'clock and not 25 past. 25 past when we start placing the orders. 2 till 20 past is where I explain the straddle trade, the mechanics of it. That's why you need to be at 2. Unfortunately, I haven't got time to explain it now. We've only got a few minutes before the data release, so you can see what's happening. Well, the buy stop level is 10 pips above the market. So if that says 60, put it 10 pips above that. That says 57, 10 pips below that. Simple as that. See, it's Caleb von Kulvitz, a VON. That means your landed gentry. I believe that's very important. It's like a Sir. Sir Caleb von. Okay. That's right. But it's just a surname. Because normally a von means it's like a title. Let's bring that down a little bit. Yeah, remember, if the dollar strengthens, the base currency automatically weaken. So the sell stop theory should kick in, but we shall see. I just hope it's going to be, hey, Chris, I hope it's going to be a big difference. Then everyone's going to have a big smile on their face for the weekend. If it's exactly the same, then go away with probably a big there for the weekend. We shall see. That's why don't overexpose, guys, especially if you had a couple of good ones of this. Going too big, think it's easy to make money on it. It comes back and bites. Remember, this is a multi-trillion-dollar a day market. So it'll do what it does. We can't control that. Because the guy that traded him decided to do euro dollar this time, and I went with the majority rule. Simple as that. I'm too old to be a dictator, so I went with them. If you want to do gold, you can. One's a bit close. Probably better $2 above and below. It's up to you. And if you're doing gold, work on the 40 rand a micro. At $2. You're doing $1, 20, but I'd suggest you do $2 above and below. Quite warm here, actually. Temperature's not that high, probably a bit of humidity. What a pleasure. I like it. One minute. Keep right. That's it. Watch, watch, watch. How far is it? How many seconds to go? Okay, still another 40 odd seconds. So yeah. If she got decent internet, last you want that to kick out. Like when they used to release the Apollo spacecraft, 10987, we have liftoff. It's starting to jump around already. Just getting ready. Looks like it might be dollar strength coming. Oh God, now what's happening? Bugger all by the look of it. What the hell's that? Ah! Right, the dollar strength. Delete the unfilled order. This one here. Delete it. What do I just do then? I should be filled. What the hell happened there? Am I out? No, I'm not. I'm okay. Fine. Right. Okay. Let's just get this out of the way. Doing okay. Right. How far is it? Let's have a look. You got in only about 10 pips. To bring it to even, Stephen's a bit much. So you can put your stop loss in at, you will take a loss. We still have to put it in unless you take the profit already. Make your stop loss at, make it above these guys. Make it, certainly, yeah, make it 1.0570 your SL. Don't worry about the TP right now. See how it moves. You might get some more movement. I'll tell you what the figures are. Just a second. Where are we now? I'm looking at the oh, big difference. 336,170 expected, twice as much, a big difference. So give it a bit of time. This should actually come out in our favor. Should have massive talk about inflation. Interest rates are rearing again. It looks like dollar strength is the way forward. It's hovering around now. So stick your stop loss in at 1.0560. Make it 1.0560 and then leave it at that for the moment. We've got another half an hour of the session to run. We might be able to adjust it down to break even. So maybe leave there the weekend or do what you like with it. At least you're protected. It's too close to bring it into break even now, but get at least some protection at 1.0560. You will take a loss. It gets back up there, but it'll be a limited one. It won't be that much. It's only 30 pip loss on 80 rand. It's not going to hurt you. but it should be good. It should be good. That's a massive differential, hey, Chris? I expect more action. This will come off a bit further. I'm expecting some serious action here. Give it time to penetrate. You got the guys in Australia. You know what I mean? These guys take time to catch on here. Sorry, guys. It's a South African thing, that. But yeah. Yeah. We got a difference, eh, Chris? We got the difference. So we should get something out of this. So stick with it, guys. Yeah, but the reason is because you're not you like it, you're learning it. It's amazing how quick you pick things up if you like it, and how slowly when you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? This for some sad reason, this thing appeals to me. So okay, if it appeals to you, it's fine. Some people want to go dancing Friday night. Some people want to watch the markets. I'm a sad sack. Yeah, I'm expecting good things out of this, so give it a chance. I think it's the way forward, stronger dollar. We might get a lot out of this one, so give it a chance. We're making money on this, guys. I know it's your first time, you might have panicked, take your profit too quick. You will do it first. At least it's a profit, not a loss. The older hands, try and see if you can stay with it a bit. I think it's a good chance. It takes a bit of time, the dollar index to catch up. I'm hoping to see some red coming in on the dollar index. I'll post for you. Give me a moment. This is a dollar index. Just going to post for you now. So you got it. Keep it there for you. I'll tell you when to move your stop. As long as you put the stop where I just told you. Now what have I done? Just a second. Let me concentrate. I'll make another bloody fat finger cock up. So I'm going to post to everyone this. Okay. There it is. There's a dollar index. It's normally a bit slow to react. Give another few minutes and we should start seeing the dollar index start going down. Copy, save that. Whilst I'm doing this stuff, you all should have your stop in, like I said. You can make it now 1.0550 if you haven't got a stop. Leave it there for the moment. Your risk is minimal if it goes wrong. We want to try and run this thing. I think we've got a good chance in. I don't know, but I think we have. It's just an opinion. Give the economic calendar. Give me a moment. Bloody thing. Here's some of you to copy. Just give me a second. Right. There's the economic calendar. There you go. Copy and paste it and keep that. I'll reserve talking about the yields for the trading room. Otherwise, I'll confuse everyone. Oh, well done, Peter. Well done. You're on it. I think it was Chris. Somebody was saying they're pretty quick with their fingers. If you're quick with your fingers, like a piano player, you can do 2 of them. What's the Japanese yen talking about that? What's the Japanese yen doing? Yeah, Japanese yen would have done just nicely. So you did both of them. You're doing okay. We'll go back to the euro. What's gold doing? Gold should be coming off quite nicely, coming off quite a bit. What's the NAS doing? Coming off nicely. Good stuff. We're on the trade, short trade on that. So that's done me some favors as well as everybody else out there. Okay, where are we? Euro dollar, that's right. So stick with it, guys. I'm hoping some good stuff. I'm going back to the dollar index, see if it's starting to react yet. Not yet, should start to react soon. Well, whatever calendar, as long as it works for you. Well, it would have pushed the sell stop because it came off from the euro dollar. It's good. Delete the buy stop and away you go. Someone doesn't always understand the questions. Excuse me. It's definitely too late to enter now one deal. You enter like it. That's why it's a straddle trade. After the news release, it's clearly you can't then. Not necessarily. If it's suddenly, I don't know why it bounces up to maybe 105.35 or something, then you can take a sell order. Yeah. But at the moment, I would just say try and arrive on time, basically. Okay, it's dodging around a bit, so it's a bit quiet. You got your stop in 105.50, guys. 1.0550. Don't put it to break even as yet. It's only 20 pip risks. It's all right. We can relax a bit. Any questions, guys? Okay, Mondini, no problem. You've done it before. That's the thing. Okay, so that's not a problem. Okay, any questions, guys? You should all be in profit. Anybody in a loss, press some wrong button. So we'll start off. Anybody on a loss on this one? Just let me know, and then we can sort it. If you don't let me know, I assume we're all in a profit. So I can help you. Are we all good with this? I reckon ride as long as we got such a big disparity, Chris. Once I've got my stop loss, if it starts moving down further, once I got my stop loss into profit, basically, I might see what I feel like, leave it over the weekend. I'm expecting the direction. There's some good things. It might go to 1.04 or even lower. So I might let it. That's fair enough. At least you took a profit. No, you can't, Clinton. You're too late, mate. How come you're not in profit? You obviously did something wrong. 10 pips below is where I got clicked in because that's where I showed you. And if I'm in 20 pip profit and you're not, you pressed the wrong button somewhere. I don't know what you did, but you did something. Oh, you're in profit. Okay, sorry, Simply. Beg your pardon. You're in profit. That's fine. But said you weren't. Beg your pardon. Oh, okay, see you mean, Clinton. Yeah. Don't send me the screen recording. I'm too busy at the moment. You need to tend the trading room. I've got thousands of clients. You can send it. I don't know, but no. You got to understand the basics. This is an area where we assume people joining have got the basics. You're not hopping into a car and driving off to Durban from Joburg when you don't know how to change gear or you don't know the basics. It's dangerous. So yeah, go do another session on Monday, Sicily, and make sure you're fully on top of the platform. Don't have to be an expert like Clinton, but know a pending order and what involved. Just the basics. You know how to operate it, modify, cut your position, close it. You got to know the basics, and then you can trade the ideas coming through. Yeah, it's not to learn how to drive in the middle of a race, if you see what I mean. Okay, but I suggest if you're still in it, stay that way. Your stop loss, leave it at 50. If we can start taking out 105, give it a time. Might take a bit of time to react, but such an enormous disparity. I'm hoping it's going to take out 1.05. Then you get it down to break even. And whether you close it for the weekend or let it run, that's up to you, but at least you won't lose on it. I just want to mention, guys, I'll put my number down so you understand my area of responsibility. Roger, trading support. WhatsApp, please, because it gets busy here. Right. There's my WhatsApp number direct. You can go direct. Now, my responsibility is trading advice, trading queries. Okay. It's reacted. At last, about bloody time, the dollar's jumped up on the index. So what I'm basically saying is I don't assist on technical support or stock market college or platform training or anything like that. I assist on people who have done the course, who feel they've done a few basics, some idea how to operate the platform, etc. Then I assist on the trading side. I hunt for trade ideas to help you out. I host a trading room and answer trading queries. My job is to answer trading queries. Okay, so just so you know, you have an account manager. If you want to open another account, not sure how, I'll contact your account manager. They're intermediaries. They can assist you. If you want trading advice, the person has got to be licensed with the FSCA, the regulatory body. They are not I am, so you need to come directly to me, but on trading advice. Okay. If you want, good enough, Peter. If you want, you can do. I'm not saying I will, but I'm hoping to get a bit better out of that, but I might not. But we shall see. But I'm not modifying the stop. I haven't got a stop loss. Actually, I haven't really got a stop loss in yet. I'm leaving the TP open for the time being. Okay, I'm sticking like I said it to you guys, 1.0550. At least I'm protecting in case some bloody stupid thing goes wrong. Anything can happen in this bloody market. But at the sec, just get rid of it now. I don't like looking at it all the time. There we are. So there's some sort of protection there. See it jumping around. But I'm hoping some good things out of this because it was double the expectation. I think it's hovering around now. The dollar's gone up on my index. So I'm hoping it's going to take out 105. And I want to be on board for that. If I'm not, I'm to lose about 17 pips. Shame. You know what I mean? Brilliant, Chris. Brilliant. Are you out of gold, Chris? Or are you still in? With a stronger dollar, what's the yields doing? Let's see what the yields are doing. Give me a second. You're out of that. Okay. Let's have a look at the yields. The yields, just a second. Now we're on the daily there. Yeah, the yields are doing fine. That's even more of a negative on the gold. The yields continue up. Gold might even take out 1800. So it could be good. Okay, so there we are. Don't forget to try and run it if you think you got a chance. No, I don't. Well, did you? Well, that's fine. Now that, because you're thinking your feet, that's fine. You any use, don't get cute, bank it, well bloody done. You're now under control, you're a dollar, you do the right thing. Done that myself, no problem with that. You just got to remember you've done it a little bit before and you can think on your feet and you've got some ideas. A lot of guys are coming almost parrot fashion, very, very new to it. So you've got to be somewhat circumspect in your explanation. Yeah. Well done. I made $2,800, but I'm not buying anyone a drink. In fact, I'm so mean. Somebody asked me once when they asked me when I won 10 million rand on the lottery, they asked me what I was going to do about begging letters. Do you know what I told them? I was going to keep on sending them. Just a joke. So I think it's trying there, Chris. I think it's trying, guys. The yields are up, which is, we'll go back to dollar because we're constant the dollar, euro dollar. You're out of gold, so worry about that. Okay, yeah. Yes, it's continuing up. If you've got the dollar screen up in front of you, like I just posted, you'll see it's gone up nicely from 106.30 to 106.82. That's a nice movement. I'm expecting good things. Okay, I just got a WhatsApp from Pietro. He's doing very well. Good stuff. Thank you, Muzi. Don't forget that my 90% commission. Do not forget that, guys, because I've got a half a dozen special forces heavies to back me up. And I know where you live, sir. 90%, I expect a post immediately. Well, bloody damn, Muzi. Yeah. And when good news comes up, I tend to banter a little bit of babble. Excuse me, I'm pleased for you. It's my way of saying I'm really on top. Fantastic. Triple the account, probably first time doing it. I don't know. What a pleasure to start. But see, give it a chance. You might get some noise around figure 1.05. Give it a bloody chance. I hope it's going to hover around there and break through. The indicator of the dollar index is still moving up. It's some movement up and down because buyers are getting in and out. A lot of people in very big positions. Chris just got out of gold, went over the top position. A lot of guys done just that. Now they're resting themselves just in case, but made a big profit in an overexposed position, taking it, etc. And that'll move the market up and down before it settles into a movement. We're getting direction, guys. We prayed on this. We're getting sodding direction. We're getting direction. It's got to break through. It's starting to happen. Where's me? Where's it? Where's me euro dollar? Starting to happen. Yep, there's the euro dollar. It's starting to happen. We're getting direction, guys. You got in at 1030, guys. You got in at 1030. You can put it down to break even. I'm going to do that now. If I get nothing, at least I'm covered. I don't want to take a loss, so I'm going to cover that. It might be a bit tight to stop. If you want to leave 1050, I won't blame you. The last thing you want to do is get knocked out. Just let me do that first for a fat finger. Knocked out, a tight stop loss. It goes and hits a target, and you missed out on 100 pips or more. But at least I'm covered now. Just make sure. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's slightly better. So I'm not going to take a loss on this. Whatever happens, but it won't be much. But at least I'm covered. So now I can relax. You get the idea, and hope it continues. Bloody thing. There we are. Hope it continues. Don't forget, you always get a noise up and down. A lot of people getting in and out. Chris just did that on the gold. All right, well, don't respect what his position was, but trust me, it's not big enough to affect the markets. But a lot of guys there, institutional money, Might have closed maybe 1,000 lots. It's going to affect it. Suddenly go into another one with 1,000 lots. It affects it. Buy and sell affect the market. But the bottom line is keep an eye on that dollar index. I copy and paste it for you. It's still showing major green. Remember the big discrepancy? It was twice the expected. We're hoping that direction, as it eases off, slows down going to the weekend. I'm hoping some good things on this. Okay. If you did put the 105 TP like some guys did, you'll be out now, but at least you made a profit. Hope we're all clear on that. I've moved it down to 1.0530. 10530. Remember, I got it. Look, you should see it there. I got it at 33. Mine stop loss is at 30. So my spread is covered, maybe a buck or two in it, but I don't mind. I won't lose in this trade. I'm happy to run it. Okay, guys, the guys still in should be smiling now. Hey, at last. Last month was a lot of people gave up after last month. Bloody, this is a waste of time, especially the first time. Don't give up on the first attempt. We have had some success. This one clearly is doing this, that. Okay, I want to hear from the other guys there. Anna, Bawani, Brandon, Caleb, Charlene, Singer. Did you all do it? Did you all do it? You should be smiling. No, the Chinese government might not. I don't know about the Chinese government, but the Japanese government might. Yeah. Please don't confuse the two. The Chinese, Japanese don't get on. Was it Nanking or whatever when the Japanese went and did that atrocity 100-odd years ago? No, the Japanese government gets to what? That's a good point, actually. Sorry, Edwin. Good point there. Yeah. Yeah, if it gets to 150, they might do that again. But that will what they're doing there. Remember this, Edwin. What they're doing, they're not selling the dollar or selling the AUD. They're buying a large tranche of JPY currency. So we'll have a bit of a negative effect on the other side of the currency seesaw. But it's not exactly a pig of the dollar, just strengthen the yen. But it's still 60 pips to go, so don't panic on that. But they might do it again. But they don't like to make a habit of it because it's costing them. You know, that costs about 80, 90 billion dollars. They can't keep on doing that. They've got problems of their own. You know what I mean? Good stuff. In the province, doing okay. So you happy you stick with it, Chris, now? You happy you're stuck with here, eh? Now, I'll tell you what's going through your bloody head now. I'll tell you right now, Chris. You wish you'd had the balls to stick with the gold now, eh? I'll bet. If only I stuck with the gold, eh? You didn't. You didn't. You took the profit wise. Remember, if you hadn't and it went wrong, then you'd be highly fed up. At least you got that banked. So you're quite right. If only, yeah, well, if only I was born George Clooney, I might be better off than I am now, eh? Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, all right. So yeah, I said a few minutes to go. I'll be moving on at 3. I've got another few minutes. Quite happy to stick around. Any question, guys? I hope you all made money. Any questions on it? Hope it gives you enough impetus to join the trade room, learn to know your craft, take some time. The early part is the grunge when you're learning a new skill. Stick with it. Join with the CPI. When is CPI? Good point. When's the CPI? I'll tell you now. Give me a moment. I think it's next week. I'm just going to check. Give me a moment. Get this stuff out the way. Sorry, can't even see me there. Beg your pardon. Just keep leaning back in my chair. Right. There we are. Just a second. Next week. Just check to see next week on my calendar there. If it'll be Wednesday or Thursday. Let's have a look. Wednesday, 14:30 is a PPI. And then on the Thursday, yes, Thursday, the 12th of October is the US CPI. So we'll be doing another session, 2 till 3 on Thursday. Make a note of that. I'll write it down, actually. There you are. So there's sort of got an idea, can put into practice next time and hope we have the same reaction. Okay, nice way to go, hey guys. And look, we've been doing this for 20 minutes since the release, and already it is 50 pips up. Not bad, eh? 50 pips in 20 minutes. Don't always do that, eh? I wouldn't be buying against the trend. What happens there, Peter? You're getting a profit taking. If you're in the sell area, you want to be selling the rally. So once you, thanks, Friggy. Once you've taken profit, if it rallies, you can go in again and sell it down. You won't be buying against the trend with a very strong dollar with after that release. You'd rather stick with the trend. So I don't know if you, let's say it start to move up. I know it's going to bounce up 10, 20 pips, too risky. Wait till you get some sort of indicator which you can learn from the trading room, Fibonacci retracement, etc., to see if it comes back to some sort of retracement and confirm it off that, then you can sell it again. But the ups and downs now is just profit taking. I'm sticking with this. It's going to move up and down for profit taking. Guys, remember, like a good example Chris did there. Chris is stuck with Eurodollar, not the gold, because he went in big on the gold. So he's playing safe profit taking. A lot of other guys have done that. So you might have made 20 pips, but they had a big amount on that 20. So they were quite happy, but they were nervous because they're highly overexposed, taking that risk and that expectation. So they quickly closed. You close a short, you're buying, and that's where you get the noise up and down. So you're always going to get the noise of buyers getting in and out. Remember that if you're selling short, you're buying to exit. Once you buy something, you push the price up. Not you with with a small amount, but with big boys, it'll affect the price. So it'll move about. It might go back to 105, then move down again. I'm not sure about chasing it now. That's your choice, but you should still be in it. Let it run. Get your stop loss down to 30, 105.30, 1.0530. You're protected. You won't lose on it, and give it a chance. It might run into beautiful things over the weekend. I've done that before and had beautiful success. Okay. TP. I haven't got one. Maybe let's work out a TP. Okay, let's have a look. I think you can make it at 1.03. As long as you got your stop protecting, if it doesn't get there, fair enough. If you find on Monday it's not getting 103 and you're 120 pips profit, you can modify your stop till you're stopped out. You don't have to take it. Modify your stop, keep about a 30 pip distance, follow it down. If it gets near the 1.03 and it's still weak, modify your TP to 1.02, modify your stop to protect. You can even take some off the table. Hope you all know how to do that. You go to, I've got 0.15 there. I'm going to take some off the table. I'm not, but I'll show you how to do it. Let's say I want to take 7 off the table. I put 0.07 in there, and then I close it, right? That means I've left with 0.08, and obviously that amount will be reduced. You get the idea, guys. So you can take some off the table or let the whole lot run, modify your stop, etc. But in the meantime, we can put a 1.03 stop on the dot. There you are. Hope you all understood that. We go over that again in the training room. That's where they learn this, because we can control things we can control. We can teach things we can teach. Market movements, we can't. That's up to the market. Just bear that in mind. It's no good. I give you a trade to buy this and it goes against you. It's no good sending me a copy of what I've spread. No, what do you call it? What do you call it? A screenshot of your positions showing the red. Nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? The market does what the market does. It's completely uncontrollable. But we can control volume sizes, operate the platform, and these sort of things like this. That's where we get better at it. I'm happy with it. It might have changed now with the situation, but I think I'll tell you what. Let's go to Brent quickly. I tell you why I'm bullish on Brent, and it's coming back technically on the weekly as well. But to simply put, it's just business, Clinton. I think it's going to react from there. Oh yeah, you're in the trading room. Explain that earlier on. The suppliers don't want to break the consumer, and the consumer is not going to be undercharged because then the supplier doesn't make any money. So you've got to have some sort of playoff. So I think what can happen with the producer, they've got a tap they can turn on the oil, like they did the other day in the OPEC. So if the situation drifting down to 80 and below, all they do is start reducing output by another 1,000,000 barrels a day. That'll push the price up. If it starts getting back to 95, and then the political pressure in the world, you're charging too much, then they start opening up the taps to reduce the price. So I personally think stick with the trade. It's a much slower reaction on it. It's not, I don't know what price you got it. It's not too bad. It should be a bit of a profit, but let the trade run. You got a decent stop, Clinton. Let it run, and I think it's a good chance it's going to get at least to 90 odd. Okay. There's always going to be noise in the markets, especially when something like this happens. You get big positions taken, so a lot of big guys are closing, opening up. So you're going to get a bit jumping around. Okay, I'll answer your question, Clinton. My opinion, stick with it. I see the CAD JPY is doing nicely. Hey, I forgot we're on now. Euro GSD, yeah. That's all right. Still below 105. Might pop up a bit. I think round about there it might hold. It's got your stop on, so let it run. Okay, what I was going to say, yeah, the CAD JPY trade of ours doing fine. This is what the EuroCAD's doing. Now we're on the subject. EuroCAD's doing just nice. That's another chart. Just read them out. These are trading ideas I came up with. EuroCAD 144.38. If you're in the EuroCAD, you can bring it down to break even to protect yourself. CAD JPY, enter at 108.35, bring it up to 108.40. Then you're protected. ADCHF 58.21. What's that doing at the moment? That's also in profit. You can bring that down to break even and let your Brent run. So those three trades, you should bring it down to even, Stephen. You're taking the risk out of the trade or better. So you can rest assured you won't lose on those three. And the other one, let's hope it happens. NAS should start coming to the party now. What's the NAS doing? That should be coming to the party. Had a wide stop for that reason on the micro. Start to come to the party. Thank you very much. I've done about 1800. That's why I don't stare all the time. Should be looking a bit prettier now. Let's have a look. Brent still give me jip, but I got in at my signal, so I'm holding with it. CAD JPY is doing just fine. I'm broken. I'll leave it there for the moment. Yeah, but I was nearly $2,000 down at one stage of the NAS. Now it's time to come to the party. So let that run. Should be happy days coming up. Okay, hope we're all clear on that now. Okay. Tricks the trade, trading room. You all know, if you don't have, I'll post it for you. You should all have it, but I'll post it. Give me a second. I'll post it for you. Just give me a second. If you don't attend the trading room and you come up a cropper, don't blame me, guys. Don't blame me. Let's have a look now. Just give me a moment. Battle to find it, you know. I think it should be here somewhere. Just give me a moment. This is the trading room link. 9:30 to 11, Monday to Friday. Okay, just get that back out of the way. Shares will drop as well. Yep, because, well, the index is dropping. The shares clearly will. Are you still there, Chris? I think Chris has left. Okay, guys, coming up. Oh, it's 3 o'clock already. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed it. And catch you the trading room. No good coming in here and then not attending. If you don't attend any of the class, like that, well, you might battle. And then those who can, catch you next Thursday. We'll remind you, we'll be updating. I have a VIP group. You got my number. If you got 2,500 Rand or more, let me know and I'll update you my VIP group. We post regularly on there. Economic updates, fresh off the press, signals on the WhatsApp, and updated things like when the CPI is coming out for next Thursday. Okay, so we can use that as well. Thank you, Sibandili. Pleasure. Good stuff. All right. Okay, guys, I think we're all good with that. Danke Danke Fani. Cheers. Great stuff. Have a nice one and catch you Monday. Hope in the trading room. Cheers, guys. Bye. Cheers, one Dilly. Good to have you back.